Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Game Night with Rigus. So this is a new thing I've been wanting to do for a little while now, and that is to go through my games and show you guys ones that I really enjoy and I think are cool. And maybe some I think that are pretty terrible that you should know about. But today I am bringing to you Don't Starve by Klei Entertainment. They are the makers of Mark of the Ninja, which if you haven't played it, go buy it because it's awesome. Shank and Shank 2, which are kind of cool brawler, 2D brawler type games. Pretty fun. Anyway, today we're bringing you Don't Starve, as I just said. This is just kind of a first impression. Well, not first impressions. I played it quite a bit, but it's not quite a review. It's just my thoughts on the game and yeah, basically just what I think about it, and hopefully if you guys enjoy it, you'll leave a like and I might start playing some of it because it's a pretty fun game. Alright, so I guess we'll do settings real quick. Pretty basic settings stuff. I've had to disable full screen just because there have been an issue with Fraps where it's a very rare issue, but of course it happens to me, and it's just something that happens, and Fraps doesn't record in full screen, which is silly, but you know, whatever works. Or whatever happens, I suppose. So as you can see here, you have 4 different slots for games that you can play. I've been messing around with some of the characters. I'm going to show you a generator, the world generator. So you can change your characters, so they've got a bunch of different characters. I've unlocked 4. I think there's 8 total right now, but they're planning on doing more. So I'll do the strongman just because he's hilarious. He hits hard and he has a lot of health. And why did I just re-click that? Then you can go into the customize world menu. You can do right now they just have 2 presets, so default and default plus, which default plus is a much harder thing to do because it limits your food and just makes it really difficult. Then default is just default everything, but you can change like what spawns where, how long the day is, what the world size is. Like you can make it a huge world, you can make it a large, a medium. You can set the seasons so you can have a long summer, long winter, or both long or short both. You can like lightning strikes, beefalos. These are beefalos. Boons, which can be traps or helpful things. Rabbits, etc., etc. You can even make it so enemies spawn more often, like the tree guys and whatnot. They're kind of like, these 2 are like bosses. You can make them spawn more often. Trees, rocks, grass, etc., etc. So we're just going to do a default world. And let's start it up. So this game is very much one of those that not requires, but it drops you into the game with no knowledge whatsoever. That's basically the instructions it gives you. Better find food before night comes. That's the closest thing it will give you to instructions. And so, yeah. And it's got this really cool art style that I really like. I don't know, it's so hard to explain why I like it, but I do. And like there are no voices. It's all musical instruments that represent the voices of the characters. So let's go find a tree. See, like this guy is voiced by a tuba. There's one that's an alto flute, one that's a bassoon, things like that. And there's nothing around here. This is not good. Oh, ow, ow. Okay. But, ooh, carrot. And there are things you can find on the ground, like flint to start your first tools and things. If I can find some rocks, I can make a fire pit. And this isn't too bad, I suppose. See, it's got a map. You can zoom in and out. It's pretty detailed because it shows you where all of the trees, and it'll show you where creatures are, like beefalo, and I guess it doesn't show you the beefalo. I thought it did, but you just kind of have to remember. You have to be very careful with these guys because when they enter mating season, they'll attack you, and they hurt a lot. Pretty much they'll attack you in packs and kill you nearly instantly. Let's just do some quick exploring. There are beehives that you can find. And this game is very much a survival craft game. You basically, you go, you survive, you build things. Like you can build tents and bedrolls and fire pits and traps for rabbits. Like see if I don't have enough grass, but I can build a trap to get some rabbits. I can get some rocks here and get some more flint. Ooh, a road. These usually lead to villages, and I'll show you what the inhabitants of the villages are. Hopefully it's this way, not the other way. Excuse me. So let's go. Come on. If you run along a road, you can... there's the village, and here's the inhabitant of a village. He's a peak. You can feed him food, and he will poop. Which manure is really good in this game because you can use it to create farms and fertilize crops and stuff. You can also, if you feed these guys enough, befriend one and they'll follow you and run around and... Gobber! I don't like you, Gobber. Go away! Go away. Stupid bird. Ah! Go away, go away, go away. Damn it. Stupid bird. But yeah, there's all kinds of things in this game that just make it really, really cool. So, this is just kind of a starter world I wanted to show you. And we'll see here. If I can... Pickaxe. Time to go get some rocks. The music in this game is really just quite interesting. I really like it. So this is dusk. Everything starts to kind of go to sleep and whatnot. All the creatures, except for some of the birds and stuff, they wait until nighttime. But and so dusk is kind of a time where it's a little hard to get stuff done. And then nighttime is severely bad to get caught out of. You need fire or something like that for nighttime, because if you don't have a fire or something to protect you, you will die. Basically, this thing comes out of the night, called a grue. You can't see it. It only shows up when it's pitch dark, which means you'll probably get to see it here pretty quickly. And he just eats your face. Your face is gone. There's nothing left. And there's not a lot going on up here. Light. See, right now I can only make a torch because I have no logs. But... so far, I really like the game. I needs to hurry up so I can show you. We're just going to run around and explore a little bit while I wait for night to fall, because then I'm going to show you one of my more established worlds. Knowing my luck, though, I'll probably die on that world and then have to start over. But that's okay. They just implement... Well, not just. They did it a couple of weeks ago, but they implemented a new... like a content patch, almost. It's hard to explain what it is, but it's called the Doorway to Adventure, and you can find this doorway called Maximilian, I think is how it's pronounced, doorway, and that leads to adventure mode. Because right now we're just in sandbox mode. We're trying to survive, doing all the things, picking some grass while I wait for it to go nighttime. So it'll start getting really dark here, and then eventually we'll get attacked and die. But it's called Maximilian's doorway, and no, it's dark. I cannot see. I'm scared. And this is the group beating me up. But I can do the torch and run around and live. Yeah. But the torch runs out rather slowly. Alright, so this is one of my established worlds right now. I'm playing a girl called... Oh crap, I can't remember her name. But she has, at night, she has a chance to spawn a ghost companion, which is kinda cool. Like and the ghost will fight for you. It can't die, and it does a rather large amount of damage. See, I've got some farms here. This is what you can use manure for. I've been having a hard time finding some gears, because gears are important. They are really important, because uh-oh. Do I not have enough for... wood? Screw it. Pine cones! One of the best fuels I've found so far is planks, like wooden planks, which you need 4 wood for. 4 wood for. Okay. But they will last forever. Not forever, but they will last a rather long time. And I'm not even hungry right now. So, and see, I've set myself up with some sapling farms, because you can dig up saplings and keep little farms to get food, because every 20 days or so, winter comes. And things stop growing like grass. Rabbits will eventually... No, I don't. Monster meat can turn into rot for fertilizer. See, you can build drying racks, but winter comes, and you need all the food you can get, because eventually your food sources will stop spawning stuff, at least for a few... I think it lasts about 10 days, something like that. It might even last 20. I'm not sure how long winter lasts. But it lasts a long time, and it's very easy to die. Something that a lot of people don't know, or, well, some do, is you can hold spacebar. So for those of you who are new to the game, who want to know little tips and tricks, you can hold spacebar to, basically, to... Oh man, I can't talk. You can hold spacebar to automatically gather everything in the immediate area that you need. So you can use spacebar to gather food and twigs and grass and berries and all of that stuff, so you can live. Living is good. See, I have a miner's hat, which I can use. Wow, that provides a rather significant amount of light. It's kind of awesome. But it's a very crafting-based game. You build, so these are the kind of tiers of items that you can do. So to get better stuff, you need to build a science machine. To build better stuff than that, you need an alchemy machine, and eventually you need a shadow manipulator, which is... Why am I going there? More pine cones! Fuel the fire! But you need a shadow manipulator, which deals with a lot of the more magical stuff in the game. It's kind of crazy. You can build a crock pot, which makes your food work quite a bit better. Because if you just base cook up food, it doesn't restore as much health as if you cooked it in a crock pot with a bunch of other food. It'll restore more health and hunger. So you have 3 different stats here. You have hunger, you have sanity, and if you start going insane, you start seeing hallucinations, and eventually the hallucinations can attack you, which is kind of scary. And then there's health, which if you don't have health, you're going to die. Simple as that. There you go. So I've got some traps over here, but I really need to go get some wood. So there, I have a bunch of traps set up to gather rabbits and whatnot so I can have food. There's bees around, there's butterflies around. Come on, Trey. You can hold space for all of this if you want to, or you just run around and gather stuff. It's rather useful. You have to be somewhat careful in the forest because every so often there's a guy called the Keeper of the Trees, or something like that. And he will spawn after you cut down a tree. So you can see if he can, like if you can attack one of a tree rather than chop, you can, that is a Keeper of the Groves, or Keeper of the Trees, whatever he's called, and he will attack you. He has a ton of health, and he hits like a freaking truck. Ooh, beefalo. There's a why are there honey there? I'm not quite sure. Because they're in mating season. So did you see his butt was red? Which means he might very well attack me, which is not good. Get some carrots for food. Basically, you need to survive. That's the point of the game. That's what you gotta do. You can eventually go into adventure mode, which will give you... Which basically, if you die in adventure mode, it's not a big deal. You can unlock other characters in adventure mode. But if you die, you go back to when you entered the door. Which I wish I could show you the door, but I can't, because I haven't found one in this world yet. I haven't found one in any of my worlds yet. At least none of my current worlds. I found one, and then proceeded to die earlier, but that's neither here nor there. And basically in this game everything's out to kill you, except for maybe the rabbits, but that's about it. Every between 6 and like 15 days a hound pack will spawn. Words are not my friend right now, I apologize. But a hound pack will spawn, and they will try to murder you. And eat your face and soul, and etc., etc. Whatever you want to think them doing, that's probably what they're going to do. Eat some dried meat. And yeah, the game is really fun. If you have $15, check it out. It's on Steam. I'll put a link in the description below. If you're a recorder, just be wary that sometimes fraps can have an issue with it. There are workarounds for it, so it's not that big of a deal. And if you really like the look of the game, this is a rather cool idea. And it's well executed, I think. It runs really well. It is one of those games that you will probably need to go visit the wiki a couple of times for. Just because it straight up can be rather difficult, and you get no information from the start. None. Like, it tells you to go get food, and that's about it. You kind of have to figure it out. This is probably my 10th or 15th game, and I've slowly gotten things figured out. And it's all about gathering resources and surviving. And I wish I could find some gears, because if you get gears, you can get an icebox, which slows food spoilage, which is really helpful in the winter. But, yeah. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the look of this video, and if you did, please leave a like, and even a comment. Likes and comments help me know what you guys enjoy, what you would like to see. If I get enough likes, I might even do a playthrough. See if I can't survive as long as possible on camera. And also, it allows my videos to get seen more often. I mean, I know a lot of people don't really, maybe not care, but it's not that big of a deal. You don't think you might like it, or you think liking might take too much time, or not too much time, but it won't do anything. It really does do stuff for YouTubers because it allows our videos to be seen more often. The more likes we get, the more features we get. Oh, there's my ghosty pal. See, if like I run into her, it's very hard to do, but if I run into her, I'll take some damage because she hurts me, but she won't actively attack me. But yeah. But yeah, likes help YouTubers, comments help YouTubers get their videos found. So, if you guys could do me a favor and you like this video, please go ahead and leave a like because it helps me and it lets me know what you guys like. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, like I said. So, this has been Rigus, and I'm probably going to die here soon, so wish me luck in that respect, and we'll see y'all later. Goodbye.